three. DeAndre will whip it out of the post, and Luka's going to have to take the step back three. Goes under Kyrie. Oh!
Luka Doncic has been arguably the best rookie so far in a talented draft class, drawing very premature comparisons with Magic Johnson and Oscar Robertson. Many critics stateside believe he has peaked due to his professional experience overseas. So how much better can the European wonder kid get? Should we be worried he's hit his ceiling too early? At his current shooting clip, Luka is already a positive offensive contributor. His high IQ allows him to read defenses on and off the ball, and he can stretch the floor with his three-point range. These kinds of shooting splits typically take rookies a year or two to build, with some never developing to this level, showing just how advanced Luka is. So why might I be worried? There's an opinion out there that Luka's pro experience has enabled him to do much of his development in Spain in the EuroLeague, in comparison to other 19-year-olds in the draft who played 1 year at a D1 school. It's likely this belief that led to the top 4 teams in the draft passing on him and selecting homegrown talents they believe to have more upside. This isn't a lock on Luka. NBA franchises see a 19-year-old winning EuroLeague MVP with his skill and size. They see a polished professional with years of work focusing on the details in his game. With selections such as Marvin Bagley Jr. and Trae Young, the pick is as much a gamble on themselves as it is on the player, putting faith into that of the coaching staff and development team. So why hasn't Luka peaked? Let's take a look into the careers of 2 NBA legends, Stephen Curry and Kobe Bryant. As a draft prospect, Stephen Curry led the nation in scoring as a high-volume yet efficient three-point shooter. It was clear he was going to be a useful shooter in the NBA, and he came into the league like he belonged, instantly becoming one of the league leaders in made three-pointers, free throw and three-point percentage. Averaging around 18 and 6 in his first 2 seasons, he was already one of the most efficient scorers in the league, but it didn't stop there. In the 2012-13 regular season, Steph decided to shoot 3 more three-point attempts a game than his current career average, but he kept the same shooting percentage. By the 2016 season, he was shooting more than double the amount of 3-ball attempts he shot as a rookie, but more importantly, he continued to score at the same clip as he did when he shot years earlier. I can easily see the same trajectory for Luka Doncic. Currently, Luka shares the ball to roughly the same amount with his backcourt teammates JJ Barea and Dennis Smith, one to steady the ship, and the other a young guard that also needs the opportunity to run the team. If Doncic receives more trust from the coaching staff over the next few seasons to take over as lead playmaker, he'll get more chances to score, make plays, and make mistakes. If he can minimize mistakes whilst continuing to produce at the same rate he is currently, then we might see this generation's version of Larry Legend.
Biggs will go for it every time.
Most basketball fans agree Luka has excellent footwork. He has his own style, but another player with excellent footwork, Kobe Bryant. His numbers didn't change much, but in 2009, a 31-year-old Kobe worked out with Hakeem Olajuwon and changed his game. A move I think, coupled with his performances the following season, altered the fans' perception and changed the course of his career. Not at his peak physical powers, Kobe led the Lakers to a ring with an array of delicate below-the-rim mid-range moves. He'd moved on from an ESPN SportsCenter top 10 highlight player to one with a more precise, efficient offensive game. Now imagine if this player wasn't 31, but 19. We're in unknown territory with Luka Doncic. What he develops into will be down to his own work ethic and desire to elevate himself to be among the league's elite. Many others have had the same opportunity and passed it up. Let's just hope the attention doesn't get to his head. The 2009 NBA draft introduced talent like the world had never seen. We just didn't know it yet. The world was hoping for a Kobe LeBron finals. Dwight was Superman, and the future looked bright. The shining star and Rookie of the Year, Tyreke Evans. Tyreke wowed Kings fans with his unique ball handling crossovers and signature Euro step. He was in fact my favourite player in the league around the time, and looked to be the bulky 6'6" playmaker of the Kings' future, averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists.
Just so powerful.
He has what you really can't teach, and I don't know what it is. He has it.
Does that sound familiar? There are a multitude of factors that contribute to success in an NBA career. and the growing spotlight and pressure on rookies to produce is more than overblown. It makes sense that more high-profile rookies are essentially sitting their first year in the league to work on their games and get comfortable in the NBA environment. Of course, there are differences in Luka's and Tyreek's games that makes Luka more future-proof, barring any injuries, but it needs to be said that especially in today's era of pace and space, counting stats are a little overrated. Luka is in a better situation with the Mavs than Tyreek was with the Kings, who proceeded to begin the sack apocalypse with their draft choices over the next 5 years. Dallas have good ownership and a solid but unremarkable core of players that fit well around Doncic. So if all goes well, what might we look forward to? Hall of Fame careers stem from consistent individual production and team success over time. Honestly, I see Doncic as an A-list superstar version of Danilo Gallinari. Bear with me, the version that never got hurt and bloomed into an elite offensive force. Gallo was and is extremely talented and still lights out on a very good Clippers team, but can never really be relied on due to his overflowing list of injuries. Luka has a complete offensive game, which makes it hard to see what else he can do to improve on that end, other than just shoot better. His defense and lackadaisical turnovers need fine-tuning, and Rick Carlisle can help him do that. If he continues whilst the Mavericks continue to fight for the playoffs every season, awards and All-Star appearances are sure to follow. It's easy to say he's a once-in-a-generation talent with limitless potential so early on, but difficult when we know who's to come.